My name is Angela, and I write for Mommy Bytes, and
Okay.
that's at www.mommybytes.com.
And what do you write about?
Parenting mostly.
Okay.
And I'm a pretty big geek and software engineer, so every once in a while, geeky stuff is in there too. My kids are 7 and 4. My son is 7,
Mm-hmm.
and my daughter's 4.
And when did you start kind of engaging with them on learning how to read?
Basically, I tried to start them early. My son was really reluctant to do it. And, in like pre-K when he was 4 or 5. And then when kindergarten came, it's like, you really got to learn to read, and I kind of had to push the issue a little bit. And he really, really put up a big fight about it at first. And, we did it kind of slowly. And he was very frustrated. And it's just like, I can only read a few words and that's it. And he didn't really want to continue. And it was a little bit difficult at first.
Right. What about your younger one?
Well, she's 4, so she's kind of picking up stuff on her own already. And we're kind of not forcing her as much. She's not in kindergarten yet.
Okay.
So maybe next year will be, and maybe by the summer we'll kind of introduce her more. But I've been pointing stuff out to her, and she's reading the words, so she knows. She's got that hidden talent already.
So is there anything in particular that's like really working for you with your son and to kind of capture his interests?
Well, the one thing that I did was I reminded him that, in other things that he did, like learning to ride a bike, things like that, it wasn't instant. And I kept reinforcing the fact that, it takes time, and when you learn something, you're not always going to get it right away. And I gave instances where, like the bike riding and also ice skating, that's something else he does. And, the first time he went on the ice, he was falling all over the place. And then after a while, after more practice, he got better and better. And then I told him it's the same with you. You just need practice. And then he does, and now he's a great reader. He loves to read. He's in 2nd grade now. He loves to read. He will sometimes even read instead of playing his video games. So he really loves it.
Do you remember that moment, like when he just kind of took over the reading for himself? Was that a proud moment?
I remember it was last year in 1st grade, and he has assignments where he's forced to read at least 10 minutes a night, and he would read a book and write down the book, and okay, I'm done. And then I got him a series called the Magic Tree House books.
Okay.
And I'm like, it was from Scholastic, and it was a good deal, and I said, okay, we'll buy this bunch of books. And then he picked one up, and then he read through the whole thing. And I was like, whoa. And then, the next day he read another one. So that just all of a sudden, it was an adventure series, and he was very interested in the material, and it just took off from there.
So if you had any tips for other parents who are kind of in the same situation, trying to get their kid to grab onto certain content, or what would your tips be? What was the thing that kind of helped you?
Find out what their interests are, and try to get the books in there, because he didn't really like, fiction stories. He wanted, although the series was, but, he wanted to have, like, a lot of facts and stuff. And he was learning a lot of history through his books. So, and also just be patient, because it may take a while. I mean, it took him a good 9 months or so to get that first 100 words, 100 most used words, and it just took him a while, and it wasn't as though he wasn't bright or anything. And it just sometimes it takes a while, and just be patient and not try to rile your kids saying you gotta do this.